How do people? Welcome back to another plod about in Wonderland with Dr. D. Now, I'm doing this video out of request. A few people have requested this video, so I thought, right, I'm going to do it. And now, what people have been asking is they really want to know my feelings on this vaccine. Now, again, people, this is my feelings, my thoughts. Camera, where you going? My feelings, my thoughts, nothing else. I'm not going to be commenting on anybody else's comments. I'm not going to be arguing with anybody about their thoughts. This is just literally my thoughts. What are my thoughts on this vaccine? Now, like everybody else, this dubious. I was dubious. So I was dubious. I'm saying was on purpose. Sorry, I'll just get past these. They don't hear me rambling. So yeah, I was dubious like every other person in this world. Nobody knows what's going on, do they, in these strange times? But I've just started to think realistic about this and think realistic what's going on. Now, the vaccine. First of all, people are saying they're going to kill us, they're trying to kill us, they're trying to wipe out the human population. Oh no, I'll come to that in a minute actually, I'll come to that one in a minute. The vaccine itself, now again people, this is my thoughts and nothing else. And I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, I don't know. Like a lot of people don't know. But first of all, I had all this planned in my head and now I've started walking. I can't remember what I'm going to say. But yeah, the vaccine. Oh, that's it. Microchipping. Right. My first thoughts, microchipping. People are saying all this stuff on internet, stuff like that. They're microchipping us. They're going to follow us. They're following the world. Now, first of all, I thought, right, microchipping. How do you microchip a world for a start? Now, I've said to other people, a few people have said about this microchipping. I said, right, if these vaccines come in a single syringe for every single person, then there could be a possibility that there's a chip in there that they're putting in you. But I said, if they're coming in vials and they're taking the amount that they need, whatever mil they need of this vaccine, out of a vial and then put it in somebody, there's no way that you're being chipped. Now, the reason why there's no way you're being chipped, now again, this is not facts, this is not figures, this is not note, this is what's in my head. Do you realise how much it would cost, first of all, to invent a microchip, a nano chip, never mind about a microchip, a nano chip so small that the human eye, not high, human eye can't see it. It would be and again, never mind being that small that the human eye can't see it. It's got to be that small that the human eye can't see it, and also a full tracking battery life. I don't know how you put a battery in there. I mean, it's got to work somehow, hasn't it? It's got to get some type of energy towards this chip. So do you know how much it'd cost? How are you doing, horses? Let's have a say. No. Hello there. How are you doing, beautifuls? The horse about chilling out, these horses. Looking well, innit? Got his coat. You've not got your zebra coat on today, have you? Yeah. Leave him alone. Ah, back to it. So yeah, to create a nano chip that small that the human eye can't see, and it's going to work, and to put into how many billions, 6 billion people on this planet. So let's say they do two-thirds of it. It's a lot of billions of people, isn't it, to make these nano chips? And if for some mad crazy reason, Shetland Tony, for some mad crazy reason, they've managed to scrape this money together, these 1%ers who run this world supposedly. have managed to get this money together, and they do manage to get a nano chip into 2/3 of the population of the world, what staff? How would they possibly control all this tracking and tracing and following? I mean, they've just tried to do a track and trace thing and it hasn't worked, has it? So it just shows that they haven't got the technology or the fucking know-how to physically track human race. And again, why would they want to track human race? What would they want to track me for? If somebody tracked me, Jesus Christ, they'd be bored. Half the time I'm sat on my settee, chilling out, watching TV. So why? I'm not, we're not international arms dealers, we're not drug dealers, we're not nothing. Go on, lad. Flying down there. We're not arms dealers or drugs dealers or anything like that. So why do they want to track us? So to be truthful, I think the whole idea that they're trying to track you and trace you and find out what you're doing and where you are is absolute dog shit. Sorry, it's dog shit. Now we go on to the next thing. How have they created this vaccine so quickly? It's bollocks. All these other vaccines around the world, they don't get created so quickly. Again, logic. Think logical, people. This is COVID-19. Now, it's called COVID-19 for a reason. It's a variant of the COVID bacteria. Now, COVID isn't anything new. SARS and all sorts have been around for many, many years. So it's not a new bacteria that's about. So the vaccine has been being worked on for many, many years. There's been scientists all over the world working on vaccines for different forms of COVID. Now, when this COVID-19, this variant appeared, swap my hand, hope it's not getting windy. When this variant of COVID appeared, COVID-19, everybody in the scientific world stopped whatever they were doing, whatever projects they were working on, whatever vaccines or whatever they were doing in this world, they stopped. And they all stopped for one reason. They all stopped. Now, again, this is only my thoughts, and I've just stopped being so dubious about everything. I've stopped thinking that everybody's trying to kill us and everybody's trying to harm you. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's real. I don't think the world's trying to kill itself. Anyway, back to the vaccine. Why has it been made so quickly? Because all the scientists of the world, thank God, have got their heads together and said, right, we need to tackle this. We need to try and do something here. Now, I'm going to say this, to try and save the human race. And they have. Now, luckily, they've already been working on these projects. They've already been working on vaccines and things like that. So things are already in pipeline. Now, another reason why it's gone so quickly is because all the red tape, and if I sound a bit funny today, I've had my tooth out yesterday. You notice I'm not having a cigarette. It's because I've had my tooth out. I don't want to get it infected. But yeah, all the red tape, all the governments, all the crap that all these scientists usually have to go through and fill out, and all the rubbish has been stopped. They've said, whatever you need to do, do it. So they've done it. And now, luckily, they've got a vaccine. Now, whoa, got tangled on a fucking plant. Down to killing us. I don't see, there's really good arguments for people. People have said they're trying to bring the human population down. Now, I can understand that. The human population's gone absolutely bonkers, and it does need bringing down, but I don't think that's what they're doing, to be truthful. For one, all these crazy bastard 1%ers that so-called run this world need us little minions to make them rich. If there's nobody to buy or use their said products, then why would they're not going to get rich, are they? They're not going to benefit. So there's no beneficial reason for anybody other than some mad psychopathic Hitler type genocide bastards. There's no reason at all for us to want to wipe out the human population. So I don't believe it. I don't believe. Now you've got to think back in time as well. TB, the TB jab. When I was at school, and kids, I don't even know if they do it now, but when I was at school and I was a kid, they were the TB jab. Everybody had a TB jab. Now my missus's arm, still to this day, is like a bullet wound. It's like somebody shot her in her arm. So could you imagine the hysteria that go round nowadays if that TB jab, or if this COVID vaccine produced a mark on your arm that was so bad that 40 years later it's still massively visible. I mean, you don't get many scars on your body that are massively visible unless it's severe scars 40 years later. So you think what had gone on if we had the internet and things like that back in, you know, back in day, and no kids were coming home with these big bruises on their arms and stuff like that. Fucking hell, they'd have gone mad. And a lot of people have said, whoa, you know, there's people getting ill off this vaccine. Well, there's going to be people getting ill off a vaccine. There's billions of people getting this vaccine. If 1% get ill, and that's nothing, people. You've got to look at it in retrospect. You've got to look what goes on. The Hib thing for meningitis and stuff like that. My daughter, my beautiful daughter Ainsley, she, when she was 4 months old, had the Hib and nearly died. She got meningococcal septicemia and nearly died. Now, how do you think I felt there about injections? I just thought, what? They're injecting my children and nearly killing them. But this is what goes on in reality. Reality of life is that not everybody, it's like cannabis, it's like alcohol, it's like drugs, it's like everything in the world. It's not right for everybody. You know what I mean? It's, some people are going to get ill. It's just the way of the world. So, I don't know. I will be taking the vaccine. I will be having the vaccine. Or another thing as well, people have said, have you seen the big red mark? It's leaving on your arm. Come on, let's be logical. Have you seen the size of the needle? It's a 2-inch needle going into muscle tissue. You stick a pen in your leg, watch it turn red and try and expel the pain, basically. That's what nature does. It's, so I think, me personally, I'm not saying you do this, I'm not saying, oh, I don't know where I'm going here. Me personally, I've stopped being so dubious. I've stopped being so negative thinking all the time. And I'm actually thinking, wow, what an amazing job these scientists have done. What a thing. Thank God, hopefully, not thank God, hopefully, I'm not wrong. Oh, I'm sweating now. I'm not wrong. And I hope, you know, people are saying as well, it's changing your DNA. I don't know whether it is or not, but how and why? How and why do they want to change your DNA? You know, there's lots of people coming out with all this, they're doing this, but when I ask why, I think this is private property, I'll turn back round. When I ask why you think that, there's no answer. There's no answer to that these people have. They all say, well, because of this, because I watched this thing on YouTube, I read this article. Things on YouTube, it's like me talking to you now. Take whatever I say with a pinch of salt, because it's only my thoughts. My thoughts aren't any qualification to, you know, to say anything. I'm not qualified to say anything about this. It's just things I have in my head. And you've got to realise it comes down to most things in life. Them people that you're watching and listening to, it's already their thoughts that you're reading or watching. They're not qualified. I mean, a good friend of mine, I'm not going to mention her name, you know who you are, but I love you to bits, but a very good friend of mine said, Denzel, what about all these thousands of scientists that are saying it's wrong? Or hundreds, she said hundreds of scientists saying it's wrong. I said, yeah. Well, what about all the thousands of scientists that are saying it's right? I said, it can't be. There's too many people. If it's a conspiracy and they're trying to wipe us out, they're trying to harm us, they're trying to follow us, they're trying to trace us. If it's a conspiracy, there's far too many people that need to be involved in this conspiracy. It's far too big. You know what I mean? I mean, you think of yourself. You have a secret, you go and tell your mate, within 2 minutes, your other mate knows. Conspiracies, especially a conspiracy of this size and magnitude, can't possibly happen. It's not. You've got to think right logically here, people. You've got to think normal. Instead of thinking, all this, you know, while I'm reading this, you've got to stop. You've got to stop listening to Facebook. You've got to stop listening to people who don't know what they're talking about. There's lots and lots of people out there that have their own ideas, just like me. Mine is a thought. It's my thought. It's nobody else's fault. I don't know if I'm right. I don't know if I'm wrong. I'm probably completely wrong. But fingers crossed. I just want to, you know, I just want to pass across. Again, people said they want to know my thoughts, so that's my thoughts on the vaccine, people. Again, I'm not going to be commenting on anybody else's comments because there's that many conflicting thoughts and people are thinking that many different things at the minute that obviously there's going to be lots of that watch this completely disagree with what I'm saying, and I don't blame you. You know, you have your thoughts. That's the best thing to do. You have your own thoughts. You think whatever's best for you, whatever's going to put you in the right frame of mind, in the right place to stay calm and chilled in these mad times, then you think that way. But if these thoughts of they're trying to kill society, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that, if they're sending you mad, then stop it. Is it worth it? Is it worth thinking these thoughts if it's sending you mad? You've got to think of your own life. We've got to enjoy his life. So no, I'm gonna wrap this video up a bit longer than I thought. I hope you know, you don't mind me going on with this. A few people, this is why I've done it, a few people have asked and said, Dens, you know, we want to know your thoughts on the vaccine, things like that. So that's my thoughts on the vaccine. My parents have had it, my fiance's had it, lots of other people I know have had it. They're all healthy, they're all well, how do? They're all healthy, they're all well. None of them are dying, none of them's arms are dropping off. I did see a funny thing the other day though. What was it? I think it's on Netflix, it's one of them films, and it like jumped forward 10 years with after the vaccine. It's saying people don't know how to use their new powers that they've been given. And I thought, wow, could you imagine that if they injected you with something you didn't know, and then one day you just walk down the street and fucking hell, I'm floating, lads. That'd be buzzing, wouldn't it? See, you'd all be going for your vaccine then, wouldn't you? But again, I talked to some good lads over there. You're a lot younger than me, you know what I mean? And I said, what's your views on these vaccines? Are you lot, as being younger people, are you lot going to have your vaccine? And they all said, yeah, which I thought were fantastic. Thought it was absolutely fantastic. So, I don't know. You make your own choice, people. Don't let anybody else sway you. You do your own thing. If it's your fault, then it's right, innit? I'm not bothered. I get to this age, you can inject me with what they want. You've got to think. Stuff I used to put up my nose and eat when I used to go partying back in late 80s and early 90s. Jesus Christ. Let's have it right, people. They're not trying to kill you, they're trying to help you. Okay, on that note, you enjoy. It's a bit windy here. Just turn it round here. You enjoy. Whatever you're smoking, eating, talking, stay high, stay medicated, but most of all in these times, stay chilled and stop reading that bullshit. The bullshit's going to get you nowhere. I'm trying to stop this wind for you. The bullshit, I'll turn it round and finish it. The bullshit is really going to get you nowhere. So stop reading it, stop going on about it, Start living your life, start enjoying yourself. Look it up, people. One love to each and every single one of you. And if you're liking these videos, please give it a thumbs up, share it amongst your friends and family, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And also a little unknown fact. Oh, that wind. If you subscribe to Dr. Denger's channel, you've more chance of your vaccine working for you. Okie doke, have a good one. Ta-ta!